Hello friends, this is Dr.Arpana. I welcome you all to this YouTube channel. I am a practicing homeopathic consultant, and in this channel I talk to you about the role and scope of homeopathy in the various diseased conditions and the homeopathic medicines. And today we will be discussing about the homeopathic medicine Arnica montana, also known as the king of traumatic conditions. So it's a very good medicine for injuries, especially if the injuries are mechanical in nature. It is very good for apoplexy, CVA. Also it is good in case of puerperal complications. So to know more, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit on the bell icon before watching the video. So let's get started. So today we will be discussing about the homeopathic medicine Arnica. Arnica montana, also known as leopard's bane, and this is the king of traumatic medicine. So why do we say so? Because Arnica is a very good medicine whenever we see any kind of injury is there, especially the injury is mechanical in nature and the injury is from blunt object, and there will be formation of some contusion or hematoma formation. The affected area will be reddish to bluish in color, and the sensitivity to pain will be too much. So the patient will be so much sensitive to pain that even if you approach the patient will fear of being approached, because the patient feels that if the injured part is touched, and if you try to touch or if you try to examine the injured part, there will be excruciating pain, and that is the reason the patient will not like to be approached by any person. Now we have to understand that in case of Arnica, there are two important symptoms, very important symptoms. The first is that the patient will be very much irritable, morose, sad, and in the other hand the patient has a fear of some impending disease, especially fear of impending heart disease. Arnica can also be given after some kind of accident and when there is some amount of post-traumatic stress disorder. Maybe after some road accident, the patient is so much terrified, the patient will get up in the middle of sleep and will think that the patient is going to have some kind of heart disease. So in these conditions also Arnica medicine can help. Now Arnica has a peculiar kind of delirium. So in case of Arnica, we will see that the patient is in a drowsy condition, in a semi-coma state, and if you ask some question, then the patient will reply, the patient will answer the whole question and again will go back to the drowsy state or will again fall asleep. So here it is different from the medicine Baptisia, in which we see that there is delirium and the patient will fall asleep in between the answer. So the patient will reply some part of the answer and then will go to the coma state again. But in case of Arnica, the patient will reply the answer completely and then will again go to a drowsy state. Also, because of the irritability that is manifested in this condition, we can see that a very nice and very polite person when in trouble would not like to speak to his near and dear ones. So for example, a person is in a very much morbid condition and the patient is completely exhausted and it seems that the patient is just going into the coma state, and if the doctor or somebody that the person knows approaches or asks him what happened, the patient will very arrogantly say that I do not need you, I am completely alright, nothing has happened to me and you can go. So this is the kind of expression that the patient will show. Now whenever a patient is suffering from any kind of disease, any kind of unease in the body, there are certain manifestations in the mental level also, and in homeopathy we give a lot of importance to the mental manifestations as well. Now Arnica can be given after apoplexy or after CVA, when we see that there is involuntary escape of urine and the stool. So there is no control over the bladder, there is no control over the stools, and the patient will involuntarily pass urine and stool. In Arnica, the patient feel a very sore and bruised feeling throughout the body. The patient will keep on tossing throughout the night in search of a soft spot to sleep. but he will constantly feel that the bed is very hard, as if he is lying on a rock hard surface. It is very hard, and there is so much of bruised and painful feeling, as if the muscles are very sore and the patient feels as if he is beaten up. So that is the kind of soreness that we see in case of arnica. Now in arnica there is another interesting symptom, that there is unequal distribution of heat. So the upper part of the body, especially the face and the hands, they will be warm to touch, whereas the rest of the body will be cold or it will be of normal temperature. So unequal distribution of heat is also one condition that we see in case of arnica. Arnica is a very good medicine in case of puerperal complications as well. So if we know that a female is having a PPH history, then arnica can be given to that particular patient to avoid PPH in the further pregnancies. Now after delivery, if the female cannot pass urine, there is retention of urine, in that case also arnica can help, and arnica will prevent the formation of clot. Arnica can prevent the female from potentially slipping into the PPH state. So that is how arnica can help. Now arnica can be given in case of injuries even if received years back. Arnica is very good in case of hematomas. It is very good in case of retinal hemorrhages. So what it will do is, it will help in absorption of the collection of blood. It will help to dissolve the hematoma. At the same time, it will relieve the pain, it will relieve the soreness, and hence will help in the speedy recovery in the case of trauma or in the case of injuries. We should always remember that arnica should always be given after injuries by blunt object. If there is some injury with some sharp object, then arnica is not the choice of remedy. There has to be something blunt, some mechanical injury, contusion, concussion, hematoma formation, then arnica can help. So this is all about the wonderful homeopathic medicine Arnica montana, also known as the king of traumatic medicines. I hope you have enjoyed this information. So do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel. Friends, if you wish to book an appointment with me for any of your medical condition, the office WhatsApp number is given to you. You can send a message through WhatsApp in the given number and you will be provided with all the details for booking an appointment from my office. If you wish to speak to me over the phone directly, that too is possible with the help of an app. All the details are already given to you in the description box. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful and nice day.